Everybody's saying the same thing. These comments are back to back. He can't read the field. Couldn't read a defense even if his life depended on it. What do y'all think about that? It is getting so terrible for Jalen Milroe. You got people in the comments saying they feel bad for him. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope I'll be having a great day. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, we got to talk about former, not current, but former Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe. There is one word to describe Milroe with the Alabama fan base, and that's polarizing, especially after that Michigan game. And no, I'm not talking about the Michigan loss in the playoffs, I'm talking about the most previous one. And it's really weird when you think about it, because if you were to ask Alabama fans before this most recent season how they felt about Jalen Milroe, I think all of them say, yeah, he's pretty good. I like him. But now if you ask Alabama fans how they feel about Jalen Milroe, it's completely different. And I don't even think there's any debating it in Alabama fans. They have every right to feel that way because there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Milroe regressed this year. It is what it is. Number one, didn't get better. Number two, you can't even sit up here and try to argue with me, oh yeah, he was just as good this year as he was last year. No. Heck to the no. And I could go on and on and on. I'm not going to sit up here and recap the most recent or most couple of recent seasons for Alabama. You've already seen them. We've talked plenty about them by this point in time. And this saying right here can summarize Jalen Milroe the past couple of years. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not. You just don't know what you're going to get. He's the ultimate wild card. With all that being said, I say all that to get into this. Milroe is now at the Senior Bowl. For those of you that don't know what the Senior Bowl is, I feel like I'm going to say dumb when I say this. It's where all these seniors in college football, they get an invite, they participate in a bunch of practices, they play in a game in front of all these NFL scouts. It's a pretty cool concept, but I don't know how much weight a lot of these scouts and GMs put into it, because you got to think about it. For example, since we're talking about him, we'll just continue to use him. Jalen Milroe, when he goes there and he's taking all these snaps and he's playing with all these guys, these are guys he's never played with. These are wide receivers, offensive linemen, tight ends, the list goes on and on from every school out there. My point isn't saying that. You have zero chemistry with these guys whatsoever. Moving along here, though, what Milroe has been doing at the Senior Bowl, it's been trending all over social media. I want y'all to understand something. For me to be talking about the Senior Bowl, with no disrespect, it's got to be something big. I don't know if I've ever in the History Channel, no, there hasn't been a time that I've talked about the freaking Senior Bowl. Why haven't I talked about it? How do I say this in the nicest way possible? Nobody cares. If you play good in it, it's like, good for you, I guess, but whatever. If you play bad in it, it's like, oh well. Not that big of a deal. I've never heard of a situation where a player has significantly hurt their draft stock or helped their draft stock in a Senior Bowl. You probably know where I'm about to go with this and what I'm about to say next. Jalen Milroe has significantly been hurting his draft stock, at least according to some sources. Unless I'm highly mistaken, I think the actual Senior Bowl game is on Saturday, and leading up into that, they've been practicing. Well, one of the most recent practices, I can't even believe I'm about to say this, and granted, like I said, there is some communication. You're not out there at the wide receivers and whatnot. But Milroe threw 8 straight incompletions. 8 straight. And according to this report right here, as you can read for yourself, these aren't my words, these are his. Milroe's draft stock is taking a hit. The reason for him saying that is because of throws like this. Matt wrote a clip. As you just saw right there, Jalen Milroe one-hopped a wide-open wide receiver that was, what, 20, 25 yards down the field? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to understand something. We're not talking about, it was kind of to the right of him, to the left, at his feet. He one-hopped him. One-hopped! And I'm going to continue to show you some of the more bad throws in the background. But with that being said, for every bad throw he also had some really good ones. And, of course, people aren't talking about those, but I want to bring those up as well. Take a look at this video right here. Matt wrote a clip. He threw a bomb right there, and the one thing everybody has been ranting and raving on him about is his arm strength and the velocity and zip he has on all of his passes. But here's my question to you guys. Is that really brand new information or knowledge? It's not for me. We know Milroe has a ton of zip on his passes, and his best attribute, at least in the passing game, is his deep ball. It's beautiful. It's the intermediate and short passes that have been Milroe's kryptonite, and also he's been indecisive at times. There is one clip that went mega viral, and I think that's the one that started the narrative of, oh, Jalen Milroe, he's hurting his draft stock. As you saw right there, it's not pretty. There's no sugarcoating it. Throw it straight to a linebacker. The reason I'm laughing is because I don't know what y'all want me to say. Am I shocked by this, that Milroe can't read a defense and he got baited? No, heck to the no, and you shouldn't be either. This is Jalen Milroe. He has always struggled to read the defense, to read the field. Everybody's saying the same thing. These comments are back to back. He can't read the field. Couldn't read a defense even if his life depended on it. What do y'all think about that? It is getting so terrible for Jalen Milroe. You got people in the comments saying they feel bad for him. Wow, this is a pretty harsh take. Milroe shouldn't even be taken at all. If he wasn't so gifted physically, he would be an undrafted free agent. He's that bad at throwing the ball. I'm going to keep it a Fortnite V-Buck with you. Do I believe that Jalen Milroe will be a good NFL quarterback or even a legit starter for multiple years in the NFL, the National Football League? No. That's my opinion. That's my 2 cents. If you feel differently, teach your own. But, and I have an astronomically, enormously large big but, there's potential, and that's all the NFL teams are clinging to, the GM, scouts, whoever you want to point to. I'm not saying I agree with this. For the most part, I don't. But these NFL teams, these scouts, more importantly, that's all they base it off of when it comes to evaluating quarterbacks. Potential. Can you be great? Is there the potential to be that way? And whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. It's reality. Nobody has a higher ceiling in this draft than Milroe. Now, here's the kicker with that. 99.9% of people walking this planet don't ever hit their ceiling. They don't ever reach their full potential. I would say his ceiling is Lamar Jackson. His floor is... Do I say it? Nah, I guess I will, because I do believe it could be that bad. Jamarcus Russell. I wouldn't dare waste a first-round pick on him. I think Max, he's a day 2 guy. Let me throw this in there because I know college football fans don't understand this. I don't care how many interceptions Milroe throws at the Senior Bowl. These scouts do not care about that. Let me give you some insight on the mentality of these scouts because I talked to a few of these guys. They view interceptions, bad passes, etc., not reading the defense great, as a hurdle and obstacle that a lot of these young players have to go through. Listen, I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just telling you how it is. For those of you who don't know, heading into the Senior Bowl, most people had him as a first-round pick. I saw some mock drafts with him going as high as number 3. I saw one with him going number 1 overall. Will that or has it changed ever since these practices in the Senior Bowl? I don't know. I haven't looked. I haven't checked, but it might. All these sources out here, though, as you can see right here yet again, are saying he's hurting his draft stock. And you know what? We'll do this. We'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think about Milroe's draft stock? Is he hurting it? Of course, he's not helping it. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But